welcome back to the show. The Village Reads is here, and I really want to read this book. Oh my goodness. Joanne DiLorenzo and Barbara Burdett, thank you ladies for coming.
Thank you, Bree.
Your event is coming up very quickly.
Very soon.
This
Saturday.
We've talked about this book before. It sounds very, very interesting, but you want to promote this event coming up on Saturday.
Yes, we do.
There are two things. I'm sorry, Barb.
Go ahead.
There are two things that have happened since we spoke with you.
Oh, do
One
tell.
is that we have a man who's called the AI guru named Neil Sahota, who's with UCI, who will be our guest speaker. And then there's another gentleman, Dr. John Peters, who's with our video club, who is an authority on AI. So we have these two.
How did those develop?
You know, you cast seeds, and sometimes you really get flowers.
Oh,
It's very exciting. So the book, as you know, is about an artificial friend, and Mr. Sahota's discussion is going to be about the reality and the possibility in the near future for our having artificial friends.
well, we will. They're called agents. I can't wait for mine. They're AI agents.
That's the reason we're here, because things have changed so much to make it so much more exciting. So it's not just about reading a book.
Right. Although AI is part of this story, but there are many other aspects of it which will be brought out by our speakers. And then, of course, we'll have a book discussion after the speakers.
So for those viewers who missed our last episode, give them just a brief synopsis of the book.
Okay. Well, this book is written by Kazuo Ishiguro, who's a Nobel Prize winner. And it takes place in the future, but not too far into the future. And at that time, children aren't going to school with other children. They're learning at home. And for socialization reasons, some of their parents buy them an AI, an artificial friend. And that's what this book is about. Clara and the son. Clara is the artificial friend. And she, her person is a girl who has some health issues. And so her task is to be a friend to this girl. But that's only one of the aspects of the book. There's many other things that you could discuss, and that's what we hope will come out in our book discussion.
And also, this book is, it's going to be a movie. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. Yes. It's going to be a movie starring Jenna Ortega, who I'm sure if you're under 80, you might know who she is. Do you know who she is?
I don't.
Okay, I know there was a lot of excitement about her starring, but Amy Adams is going to play the mother. So that will be better for me because I can relate to her.
Do you have any idea when the movie will be released?
Supposedly it has been completed, and you with your agents maybe have some understanding. I have no idea how long it takes to get a book from production, completion to the rest of us.
Yeah. That's, I'm going to look that up. That's a great question. I'm not sure about that. So how did you decide on this book for your Village Reads?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that question, because we go through quite a process of choosing a book.
Yeah, what does that involve?
Well, we have several readers. First, we'll submit names of books that we think would be good for our group to read, and also would offer a good discussion. And then we read like crazy and discuss the books, and then we narrow it down to about 5, and then we invite some other readers to read with us. So the initial group has about 5, and then we invite about 10 more people to read the finalist books, and then we vote.
Wow, that is quite a process. What is the time duration to do something like that?
A year.
It is a year. That's why you have.
It is a year.
Once a year.
That's why it's a once-a-year event.
Yeah, we're doing this Saturday, and shortly thereafter we'll start the process for next year.
It's not something that you want to rush through anyway.
That's
right?
true.
You know, I call it a book discussion on steroids, because unlike other book discussions, we have Sandra Rosencrantz, who is the guru, well, you're going to use that word a lot, of the American novel, contemporary American novel. So she starts us off with where this book fits in the whole span of modern literature. Because we are not reading classics. We are reading prospective classics, right? And so you digest that as people are happily scribbling down all of the books that Sandra is talking about because they want to read them because she's so well known. And then we go into it's a 10-minute video of Kazuo Ishiguro in his home talking about the book, which is, he's so Asian, and he was born and raised in Japan until about, 8 or 9?
No, until about the age of 5. And then his family moved to England, and so he was observing the British Society, and a lot of his books are about the British Society.
And he sounds highly intelligent. Very intellectual.
His father was an oceanographer, and that's a whole other talk about worlds.
It's very diverse.
Isn't it a whole other world, though? I mean, what happens under us in the sea is a whole other culture. Right. So he's been exposed to 3 cultures: the Japanese, the British. So we see.
And now Hollywood.
Well, true. Although his books have been made into movies before. So,
for The Remains of the Day.
The Remains of the Day. Yeah.
Which I have to get you to see.
Yes.
It's been described as the perfect motion picture.
Remains of the Day. Okay, everybody.
Let's
all watch it together.
Okay. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, maybe we can get someone in this room to put it on TV for us.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
But anyway, so then he's followed by, after the Kazuo Ishiguro film, which is a lot of food for thought, we will have Dr. John Peters telling us about our speaker and about AI. And then our speaker, Neil Sahota, will go into the feasibility, the prospect of actually having AI friends in the near future.
Yeah, I'm a little indifferent about that. I feel like, it might cause some people to kind of recluse and not have outside friendships. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Actually, you're right on, because there's a lot of concern about the ethical issues.
Yeah.
And some of that is brought out in the book, because the main character in the book doesn't really interact with other children her age.
Yes, and that's a learned behavior. I mean, you have to understand how to interact with society.
You're absolutely correct.
So that'll be interesting.
That's the book discussion then.
Yes.
So then we get
into the book discussion after that. And we're very much looking forward to that and hope a lot of people will come. Yes. And you don't have to have read the book because you would enjoy the speakers.
And the discussion.
Okay.
So what do you think about an artificial friend?
Only if they're going to clean the house.
Oh, wouldn't that be good?
We could arrange that.
All right, ladies. Your Village Reads is Saturday, June 14th, 1:45 p.m., Sequoia Room, Clubhouse 2.
Thank you, Bree.
I wish you the best on that event. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
You're watching This Day on Village TV. We'll be back after these messages.